What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Let's get things started nice and quick, man. I think my energy is it capped out? Yeah, it's capped out. Just capped out about 5 minutes ago. So we gotta spend it, man. And do a little bit of an energy dump, a little bit of an arena grind. On that note, let's get a tweet out. B4U Blitz, first one in here, followed by Windthorpe. What's up, everybody? This tweet's gonna be a little bit different today. I'm hoping to not offend the developers here, but it's gotta be said. It wouldn't be my first time offending them, I'm sure, but I always feel a little bit bad about it. But got a little bit of a joke to tell them. Dearest at Marvel Champions, this is Immortal Hulk after realizing the pig version of Spider-Man has a good chance of being a better end game champion than Hulk. Well, let's do it this way. Let's take out the Immortal there. Okay. This is Hulk after realizing the pig version of Spider-Man has a good chance of being a better endgame champion than Immortal Hulk. Hashtag justice for Hulk. Please buff. Bring us. Oh no. Okay. Poopy the Great sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Hold on one sec. Just proofread this real quick. This is Hulk after realizing the pig version of Spider-Man has a good chance of being a better endgame champion than Immortal Hulk. Let's change this to solid. A solid chance of being a better endgame champion. Okay, there we go. Tweet. All right. Poopy the Great. Thank you, dude. Saying Spider-Ham. Yeah, man. Turns out Spider-Ham, he's coming. I saw that I got a bunch of messages saying that things were leaked, a bunch of tweets and all that. Thank you, dude. But yeah, apparently, for those of you who are unaware, apparently the App Store had like some preview images and stuff like that went out early. It's kind of unfortunate because I have a feeling that the devs, they wanted that to be kind of a surprise for the end of the year. I mean, you know, we didn't have any advanced info on it or anything like that, so I imagine they were wanting to hold on to that a little juicy bit of info a little while longer. But the cat's out of the bag now, man. Spider-Ham actually coming. Pretty crazy. Okay, anyway, let's get started, eh? Let's do it up. Let's do a little bit of a dump, a little dumpage. Actually, let me check on Alliance Quest first. We go in the typical order: Alliance Quest, followed by regular energy dump, followed by arena. Let's hit up B. We're going up. Another spider. Sad face. I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, I suppose, but I don't know. I think it's cool. That's kind of what the Spider-Verse is in a way, right? There's tons of spiders. I mean, you know, from a comic perspective, I don't know how long this has been a thing. I imagine for quite a while. But at least from the movie perspective, obviously, Into the Spider-Verse is a thing. And there will be a second one, even though that's not coming for a while. But yeah, I think it's cool. The other thing is too, I know anytime there's like repeat characters, people get a little bit bummed, like, ah, really another one of these, when X, you know, character X has been asked for so long and has not been added to the game yet. I mean, they don't really, the way they do it is like, you know, they can't put all of the most requested champions in the game first. They need to keep some hype for like the future content, you know? Like, how long did it take for Doom to get added, for Professor X to get added, for Magneto to be good? I mean, that's a different situation. But, yeah. Alright, I want to heal a little bit more of this fight, honestly. I need to hit this guy's block a bit more. Get some of that willpower healing. Hang on, I see there's a super chat. Let me get to that in just a sec. Almost done with this fight. Really trying to slow play it now. Day 5 of AQ. Don't want to go into my final fights with some weak champions. The most annoying fight in my entire 3 paths, or, you know, 3 lanes, map 7, is coming up next, actually. You guys never see it because I'm never cleared in time. But it's a Punisher. And, you know, high level Punishers, the chip damage and all that, man, it's just nasty, really. But yeah, it's this guy right here. But champions looking healthy, so we should be good to go on that front. Okay, let me change this to this. There we go. All right, Nicholas sent it over 5 of them Canadian bucks. Thank you very much for the 2 toonies and the loonies. Saying Spider-Ham seems like a ripoff of the Simpsons movie Spider Pig. What you think, bud? I would guess that Spider-Ham has been around longer. The Simpsons, I didn't see the Simpsons movie. I actually, oh man, I like the Simpsons, so it pains me to say this, but I was really tired. We rented the movie when it first came out. And I just fell asleep during the opening, during the intro, you know. And I woke up, you know, Laura kind of jabbed me when the movie was over to wake up, so. Hold on, Spider-Ham Origins. Yeah. 1983. So, I'd say it's been around longer in Marvel. So if anything, they kind of borrowed a little bit from Marvel. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. Maximus, what's up, dude? Sending over 5 as well. Thank you, dude. Saying people are gonna go ham on crystals next month. Probably. Probably. Actually, dude, Spider-Ham has been requested for a while. A lot of people have been wanting to see this guy. But yeah. I imagine people will go nuts a little bit. Oh man. All right. Anyway, thank you, dude. Super Dirty Pickle, what's up, man? Sending over a buck saying, "Hey, friend, I caught your stream the other day talking about maxing out Angela for 3.2 cav. I was curious about your playstyle. I'm finding a few heavies till a special 3 and everything dies. Rank 1, love you. That works. With Angela, I don't think it matters that much what you do. Hold on. Did not want to do masters. Let's do a little bit uncollected. I don't think it matters that much what you do, but my own personal preference is to launch a special 1 before getting to the special 2. Because then you get more furies that way. And because of the aptitude buff, if you can gain another fury, oh my god, it just amplifies your damage that much more. I think that ends the fights faster than going to a special 3, although I don't know for certain which is faster, because probably depends a little bit on the matchup and all that. But yeah, that's my own personal playstyle. She's already pretty fast, so maybe that wasn't the best example of trying to speed up the Cav monthly, but yeah, I think we're kind of just talking about ways to kind of speed up doing that content, and I mean that's one of them. If I can get her to rank 2, I almost rank 2'd her today, actually, during the level up event, but decided against it. Had some other rank ups that I wanted to do instead, so just some 5-star stuff. All right, Super Dirty Pickle Man, thank you very much for the buck. Logan Self said an over 5, saying, you know, a single bird can't tell a joke, but a toucan. Boo. Another one in Tom's army. Boo. Logan, take a lap. You and your bird. Let's see if there's any Fruit Loops around, because that damn toucan always makes me want to get some Fruity Pebbles. You auto-blocking son of a... Get out of here. Pidgey, looks like you had a great first war. Nice job. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a pretty good war. I was only supposed to take 5 fights, but it was a... We were a little... It was a little bit... I mean, Kenobi's tough. You know it, man. Kenobi is rough. They are a brutal alliance to go up against. And what happened is someone had a lot of fights assigned to them, and they could have handled it. They could have handled the extra fight that I took from them. But I noticed that item use was getting a little up there, so I just threw it out there like, hey, anybody want me to grab one of their minis kind of deals? And I would have been totally fine if no one bit. But yeah, I got an extra fight in because of that, so hey, it just makes my stats look even better for the first war. I didn't have too hard of fights though, to be honest. I think the only rank 3 I had was Doom. I think the rest of them were 5-star champions or 6-star rank 2s. So it wasn't too bad. Ryan, work was slow tonight. I went to meal break from 7 to 8, then worked from 8 to 11. Those last 3 hours I worked, literally 0 customers. Thoughts? Dang, Demiok. 0 customers. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. It's... From a worker perspective, it's like, okay. I mean, whatever. It's fine, right? But, dang, dude. Thoughts on it is, it's not good for business. Staying open for that long with 0 customers. Everything's online these days, man. People don't even need to go into physical locations. Kinda scary for physical shop owners out there. Maximus sending over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying also, hashtag Hector raid. Oh my goodness. Did I miss a Hector raid as I was trying to focus on the fights here? Which sounds like something you drink before wrecking stuff. It actually does sound like that. You're right. Dude, now I'm imagining like a full-on commercial. Get yourself some Hector Raid today. It's like a professional wrestler would have to be playing the part, and they're like dressed up as Colossus or something like that, you know, and they're just like smashing stuff. Or Hulk, I guess. Or any of the large superheroes. But yeah. Maximus, thank you again, dude. Thank you for the raid, Hector. So stoked for Spider-Ham. I think a lot of people are really stoked for him. I would say I understand that some people are not. By the way, my tweet, jeez, dude. Maybe it might make it sound like I'm not pumped for Spider-Ham, but I'm excited for him. It's just I want some justice for Hulk, man. Damn you. Damn you, Kabam. Make Hulk stronger, please. Alright, ABG, happy Diwali to you. I think someone said that yesterday too, and I probably mispronounced it both days, and I'm not sure what that is. Oh, you said it's the Indian Festival of Lights. Aha, okay. Google it if you want to know more, and yeah, happy Diwali again. Okay. Well, cool, man. Thanks for filling me in, because I always, I'm afraid I don't know what I'm reading, and if I don't know what a word means, then there's always a chance that it could mean something bad, you know? But that doesn't sound bad. It sounds awesome. Yo, BG, today is my birthday, and I got a featured ready thanks to the event. Wish me luck, please. All right, man. Good luck. Happy birthday to you. Works at gas pumps anymore? Is it the 90s? I mean, there's still gas in the world. You know, hasn't stopped yet. What about a dozen featured fives, snagged a dragon and Squatch, but 4 Panthers, 3 Caps, and 2 Modocs. Dang, dude, that's a lot. I mean, could have been worse, I suppose, but yeah. A lot of stuff you probably don't care about. How does this make you feel inside? I mean, it makes me feel okay because they weren't my crystals, but I wish you got some better luck. Professor X is kind of annoying with this node. Not annoying enough to stop me from destroying him or anything like that, but just annoying enough that gotta actually pay attention. Come on, buddy. We both just stand there staring at each other for so long after. And with a heavy. Yeah, there we go. Suck on that, Professor X. That heavy is almost like I just shot a fart bubble in his helmet. Suck it. They should also make Hulk Bunny, Captain Americat, and Goose Rider. Is there a Goose Rider? Is that a thing? What do you think about new Scarlet Witch? Man. Okay, so I think there's gonna be hype for Scarlet Witch because of, well, I mean, for a few reasons. One, the original Scarlet Witch obviously was like, for her time, the strongest by far champion in the game. Some will argue that she was the strongest champion to ever exist in the contest, and I would say, like, matched up against the content that we had back then, absolutely true. Today's content is different, and she would still crush, and she would steamroll so much content if she was never nerfed. She's still not a bad champion post-nerf, but, you know, obviously not quite as strong. But anyway, there's more things that would kind of get in her way and slow her down today. But anyway, point is, she's super OP at a time. And just for that reason alone, getting a new version of Scarlet Witch, it's something that people were hyped for back when we had, you know, the other version of Scarlet Witch in the game files and things like that. It's exciting. But it does not necessarily mean that the next version of Scarlet Witch is going to be insane. How many times have we seen, you know, multiple characters of the same type, the same name, and one version is just significantly better than another? The play styles, they might be entirely different. Some people really like the kind of RNG nature of the previous Scarlet Witch. I mean, it was a love-hate relationship. Of course, people hated when the regen procced at, like, you know, when the enemy was at 5% health. But it is fun, just the idea of, like, you're just doing 5-hit combos and stuff's just happening, you know? I think it's cool. I'm usually a fan of stuff like that, just in games in general. But yeah, this could be something entirely different. This could be something that gives the player more control, but maybe it's not as strong, or maybe she's not as versatile. Who knows? I think the other reason why people are kind of hyped for Scarlet Witch is, well, just comic, like, you know, obviously I'll say it again, man, I don't read the comics, but I've heard some crazy things about her in the comics and things that she's done. And then in the movies, it didn't even seem like she had that much movie time, but the scenes that she was there, I don't know, man, I felt her impact, you know what I mean? It was like, oh damn, it's Scarlet Witch time, man. So yeah, and then the new show coming out that looks like it could be interesting. So there's a lot of hype for new Scarlet Witch, I'd say. It's cool, man. I like that these champs are getting added. All right, Bank Robber 2000 sent it over too. Was that in 2000 that you robbed a bank, or are you just like a futuristic bank robber of the 90s? Okay, anyway, thank you for the 2-man saying Carnage or Sorcerer Supreme or Wasp. No other context here. Not a star level, not a if this is even a rank up question. I'm not even sure if this is a rank up question. Is this a Nexus Crystal question? What is this, man? Give me some more info. I'll tell you right now, I prefer Sorcerer Supreme over the other two, so I guess regardless of context, that's probably going to be my answer, is go with Sorcerer Supreme. But I do not know what this message is. Is it just comparing them and saying which one do you think is cooler? What's happening? Okay, you know what? Let's actually... No, actually, let's keep going in this arena. This is fine. I'll be on the lookout for a follow-up comment from you. But if there is no follow-up comment, then Sorcerer Supreme. Brian, I have 8 million points for 4-star Ignorant Hulk. Is that an autocorrect, or is that what you're calling him? Why? I don't really know. New 4-star. Have to get? Beats me. Well, get it, man. Sounds like you're ready most of the way there. She has a show coming. Dude, at first I read that as a slow coming. Like if she's getting a slow debuff. Which could be a thing. But yeah, she does have a show coming. Did you look up Earth 8311 characters? You gotta figure out everyone else in Spider-Ham's universe. I don't want to necessarily dig through all that tonight. But I know there's a bunch of crazy characters out there. I feel like that's a rabbit hole that we can go down for the entire rest of the stream, so I'm going to try to stick mostly to the arenas. Psy, dorks, nerds, and dweebs. Pixie Bell coming in here just throwing jabs. What the F? No. You can call me a dork or nerd or dweeb, but I have nothing but positive things to say about you. You're a lovely person. Bank Robber sent over another 2 saying 5-star rank up. Okay. So again, there's not a whole lot of context here. But without any other info, I guess I would say Sorcerer Supreme. I do like the champion more than the other 2. Carnage is not a bad champion, but Carnage is he's easily replaceable. There's nothing too special that he does. Plenty of other better cosmic champions out there. Like his damage output's pretty good after ramping up, but it takes a little while to ramp up for the average fight, and again, just not bringing a whole lot else to the table. Wasp is a really cool champion. If you have a ghost ranked up, then Wasp might be the way to go for you, because you know, that synergy combo. You're gonna be bringing Wasp along with Ghost all the time. So really great combo to have and worth ranking up. She's not a bad champion on her own, but it kind of makes her next level. The fact that she supports what's, in my opinion, the best champion in the entire game. So if you are a Ghost user, then you could opt to go for Wasp. Sorcerer Supreme, I think, is the best just standalone of those 3. Very sustainable. Brings a lot of control to the fights. With her slow and her natural power gain and all that. Armor breaks. And yeah, I don't know. I just personally enjoy her playstyle the most as well. So I would say go Sorcerer Supreme. But some other things to consider that I don't have the info on about your account. I don't know how many champions you have ranked up of each class type. You might want to diversify a little bit. I don't know if you have other similar characters that can do things similar to Sorcerer Supreme, and maybe you didn't want to overlap that, and maybe you want to diversify. I don't know what content you're going up against, if you're going for uncollected or a variant difficulty, or you're in Act 6, or maybe you're in Act 4. I don't know which champs are awakened, any of that stuff. The masteries you like to run. A lot of info missing that you might want to consider, but Sorcerer Supreme. All right, thank you very much, dude. Donut Cop sending over 2. Appreciate it, man. Saying, where you at, Donut Cop? Just saying, yo, what's up, dude? I hope I'm not did YouTube eat another message? Because that yo was a while ago, and it makes me think there might have been another message that maybe just did not go through. Is YouTube on the fritz again? Let me know, man. If you're just saying what's up, then what's up, dude? Good to see you as always. But if it ate the message, let me know. And thank you, dude. All right, Super Dirty Pickle sent over 5 saying, at what point does a soft shell taco become a burrito? You know, I never understood that, man. That's like soft taco. To me, that's just burrito. There is no point that it crosses over because it just is. It's like asking at what point is a mobile game a game. You know, maybe that's a little bit different because mobile games, they kind of used to suck back in the day, and now they're actually good. So maybe it's not the best example, but these days, that's just a game. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else. But yeah. That always confused the hell out of me too, man. Abdo sent it over to, thank you, dude, saying Red Goblin or Mojo or Falcon or Storm or Rolk. Abdo, you son of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 champions with no context. Is there any previous message from you? Any message after of what you're using these champs for? Or are you just also doing the no context question? This isn't even a, like, how do I know this is a rank up question, man? It's probably a rank up question. But you know what? I'm going to make the assumption that it's not a rank up question. And you're just saying which one looks the best. And clearly it's Mojo. He's got a lot of followers on, you know, whatever platform he makes content for. I don't know. He's got a lot of subscribers on his YouTube channel. So obviously he must look the best. That's how it goes, man. If you got the striking good looks, then you get more YouTube subscribers automatically. Which is why I have a pretty solid number of YouTube subscribers. I'm just saying. Clearly, you're all here for my rugged good looks. Alright. Can you throw your special too? Ah, okay. I thought she was going to go to an L3 when I hit her block. She didn't, so good. Whew. I'm still saying, well... yeah, I don't know, Abdo. That's tough, man. Red Goblin, Mojo, Falcon, Storm, or Rolk. Well, there's absolutely a clear delineation. Dude, I don't know what that word is. Tacos have open ends. Burritos don't. BS, dude. Hold on. Also, tacos don't typically have beans, and burritos typically do. Dude, this is obvious. Okay, so first off, I'm going to look up that word so I can expand my vocabulary and not sound like such a dummy next time I read it.
Delineation.
Delineation. The action of describing or portraying something precisely. Okay. So I don't close my burrito ends because you could put more food in them that way. I mean, I close the back one so that the food doesn't, you know, doesn't fall out, but I have one open end of a burrito at all times. You're gonna open it anyway when you're eating it, right? It makes no sense. Oh god, dude, it makes no sense to me whatsoever to have both ends of the burrito closed. As soon as you take a bite, what the hell do you think you're doing? Unless you're biting it through the middle, in which case you're a monster. You could fit way more food in there if you don't try to close both ends of it. It gets too bready right off the bat if you have that side closed too. It's garbage. All right, anyway. I guess my vote, Abdo, is for Mojo, because I like him. Right. Bank Robber sending over another 2, just saying thanks a bunch. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Donut Cop sending over another 2, saying just pull Dragon Man. Tell me something about him. He's a robot. I could tell you that. I actually don't know a ton about Dragon Man. I think it's a cool pull, so congrats. But I don't know a ton about him. He's a robot, which means he has like the standard robotic immunities. I think after he uses a special, as long as that special connects, he goes unstoppable. That mechanic might be slightly different than I'm describing. I'm just going by what happens in Alliance War if I get hit by his specials. If I get hit by, you know, he used the special like this past war. He wasn't throwing his specials, and I had to push him to a special 3. And he was unblockable for a little while after. He's mostly used for defensive purposes, I think, at the moment. He seems like a solid defender, at least. If you don't have the right counter, it can be kind of troublesome. But some people do use him offensively as well. But yeah, I don't know a ton about him. He also has the biggest head in all of the contest. Like, look at this guy. I didn't even have to sort because I just looked for the largest head, and he had it. It's huge, man. Like, in this picture doesn't do it justice. You can't even get a feel for how large his head is in this picture. But if you think about it, like, just look at his head compared to like his entire torso. Which is larger? Like, crazy. That's kind of all I know about him, man. I wish I could tell you more. MSD, some content for Dragon Man, I believe. I was supposed to go watch that a while ago. I still have to do that. But yeah, he was saying that Dragon Man is good champ and all that. Let me route up here a little bit. Get some extra damage going. Should have thrown some heavies, but you know, not really paying attention. Never seen BG this agitated? Because it pisses me off, the damn people. Listen, I make a lot of burritos, okay? And it just pains me to see burritos done so wrong. Alright, anyway. Abdo sending over another 5. Abdo, thank you, dude. Saying 2-star level up for event. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah, okay. Now you sent over another 2 saying, damn, level up over already. Also last place. Okay, yeah, you really threw me off there. I was like, wait a minute. A class specific, and then I'm going through the other class types that you mentioned. I'm like, no, these are all different class types. What the F is Abdo talking about? Okay. Anyway, what is your last one real quick? Then you're eating a taco. A burrito can be easily transported without things falling out. Tacos can't and need to be kept level. Give me a break. No. This is not true. You can still have an open end and transport it. Hey, can I transport this? It's got an open end, or am I just gonna be like, "Durr," and just pour it out, man? Just because it has one open end doesn't mean. Is this a taco? Huh? This ain't a taco, man. Oh, that was a spicy taco. Give me a break. You can have an open end, and you should have an open end in your burrito. I can understand if you're eating like a frozen burrito, maybe, where it comes all wrapped up real nice. The same way they would wrap up a sandwich for you or something like that, but instead of needing to put plastic all around it, it kind of has its own wrapping. So, sure, close it then. All right, anyway. My Dragon Man went Awaken to 565 max in a heartbeat. Love him. Ooh, got some Dragon Man love from Glory. All right, Maximus sending over 5 as well. Say man thing or man thing. Maybe man thing, you know? Accurate. Is there really any other choice in this game besides man thing? Sometimes I think no. Sometimes yes. When I'm getting back to reality. But I don't like to live in reality. So, man thing. Now you're just being asinine? I mean, yeah, I'm screwing around a little bit, of course. But still, man, you can have an open end in your burrito. All right, Bo, sending over Buck. Bubba Cuppets, thank you, dude. Saying, BG, are you planning on doing the 4-star challenge this month? If so, do you have a general idea of when that will be? Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to do a 4-star challenge. No, I hadn't really thought about it. Honestly, maybe I'll do that this weekend. Sunday? I don't know. I got to see if there's anything else going on that, yeah, I'll probably do it on Sunday. I'm literally just thinking about that now, so something might come up and prevent me from doing that. But I probably will do it on Sunday. If not, then I got to do it pretty soon. I want to do it sooner rather than later, because towards the end of this month, I want to do the new account, another new account challenge. So I want to kind of get things under control for my my main account here, you know. Right, easy. Send it over $1.50 with a hot dog. Thanks, dude. Excuse me, with a taco, apparently. Well, it's 2 open ends. Is that a sausage taco? Is that what a hot dog is? Okay. Saying Sasquatch, Squirrel Girl, Tigra, Saberman, or Rocket. My heart says Rocket. Every other part of my body says not Rocket. I really wish he was better. But out of all of those, just with no context once again, Sasquatch. He's the monster of the bunch. And I have the most fun playing Sasquatch of all those champs. So, there's that. He's pretty cool. He's another champion that I don't get to play a ton necessarily, but whenever I do play him, I have a pretty good time with him. Alright, Maximus sent it over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, you are now required once a stream, a la late night TV host ask, is this a taco? Yeah, dude. Oh, man. I'm just, oh, man. I'm imagining an infomercial where somebody just is like really struggling to make a taco or a burrito, and there's some product out there to help them. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't even know how the commercial would go, but I would just imagine somebody like eating like anything they try to eat. It's just like things are just falling out of it automatically, you know? But it's like obviously set up that way. So they have like a sandwich, like two pieces of bread, but everything is like in the back of it, you know what I mean? It's all unbalanced towards the back of the sandwich, and they're only holding it by the front part, and it's like just bread, and they're like, and just everything falls out. It'd be fun to make a commercial like that. All right, man, that was a lot of super chats, guys. Thank you very much. Sorry to everyone else that I was ignoring during that time. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Right, at some point today, through all my arena grinding, I have accidentally ended 3 fights with shock damage for my daily objective. Demiok. It's like your body just took over, knowing what needed to be done. How'd I do that? I literally didn't mean to. You're just so good. That's how. No other explanation. Yuki sending over 3. Thank you, dude. Saying. Brian, open end in a burrito? Why? Hashtag for Loki requirements. I think I know what you're saying. I'm not entirely 100% sure I know what you're saying, but I think I know what you're saying. And I think it's potentially a little slightly inappropriate for the stream to say exactly what you're saying. Oh man. But I think I understand what you're saying. Oh man. Thank you for the 3, Yuki. Appreciate it, man. Should I bring Golk to rank 5? Because he's been real good at rank 4, and I don't know how much better he'll be. Okay, so Golk. if you use him a lot, then sure, why not? But usually the way I look at Hulk, or I'm sorry, Gulk, is that he can be one rank lower than your max and be fine there. So like if you have, you know, like let's say you're just getting into taking 5-star champions to rank 5, you'd probably want to leave them at rank 4 and invest in some other champions. Normally for the situations you're using Gulk, you have Face Me active, and that's boosting you so much that you can get away with being a rank down. Whereas other champions, you know, you might not enter a fight with that large of an advantage, and it'd be better to rank them up since there's typically not that many areas to use Gulk in. If you're clearing variant 1, he's great. If you take a starburst path, I think there's still a starburst path in map 6, right? If you do that, then yeah, rank him up. Honestly, I use my Gulk like, man, I don't know, a small handful of times a year. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh man, please crit. No crit. I think my prowess dropped off anyway. Abdo sending over 5 more. Abdo, thank you, man. Saying, okay, apparently the difference between a taco and burrito relates to size. Still, burritos are usually in wrapped form and should be closed for transport. All right, so I will say this: if there is a soft shell taco that is like the small version, I do consider that a taco. Hold on, I gotta actually. I'm not gonna die. I'll use my hands for reference. If they're like those little ones that are maybe like this big or something like that, and you just like you can't close it because there's not enough of the breading even there, right? So if they're this big, you just kind of wrap it over and eat it that way. That's a taco. But if we're talking about like the so I guess I would agree with that definition if it is related to size. Is this a burrito and taco discussion stream? Yeah. Did I not put that in the title? Oh, not bad. Hashtag Rob Von raid. Rob Von, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it, man. Yo, BG, never thought the day would come, but today I had to rank 5 and pop my generic 5-star gem into Man-Thing for defense. Congratulations, my friend. You know, growing up is a weird time in a young man's life. Before their Man-Thing really grows up and becomes a weekend taco. And I'm happy for you. You finally crossed over and hit that milestone in your life. And let that just go to show everyone else out there who still does not have a you know, an awakened Man-Thing, that it too will happen for you one day. Hashtag RobBond raid. Yo, BG, happy Friday to you. Right back at you, man. Thanks for the raid, dude. Super Dirty Pickle sending over another buck. Where are you at? Saying, look what I've done. This is up there with the 10-foot arms or legs discussion. How many here were around for that one? Oh my goodness. Not again. Oh man. Look, I'll give you a pass for homemade, but that's it. No. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, damn it. All right, anyway. Bo sending over another 3. Bo, thank you, dude. Saying, I also support the notion that burritos are best served open-ended. That's what I'm talking about, Bo. I thought it went without saying. For real. However, my family is big on the Taco Tuesday philosophy as well. Do you have a particular day for burritos? Listen, I don't want to break any sort of copyrights here for stealing a song, but I basically go by the pizza bagel rule of when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. And when burritos are burritos, you can have burritos anytime. Something like that. It needs work. But yeah, man. No, there's no day in particular. I eat burritos most days. Maybe not most days, but I would say probably about 200 days a year. I'd say it's half of the year or slightly more that I have a burrito that day. To give you some, and I'm being serious. I'm not exaggerating here one bit. I eat that many burritos. And usually it's like 2 to 3 burritos on a day where I'm having burritos. So, you know, we're talking close to 500 burritos a year. Probably a little under 500 for the year, but yeah, that's how many I eat. All right. Who puts Green Goblin in the arena? Freaking Thanos teams, man. They need to change the Thanos teams and remove Green Goblin from them. This man should never be in the arena. What a butthead he is. Let's go, buddy. Making this fight take forever. I mean, this fight would have been over by now if I had suicides on, so it's on me, I guess, but too long. Okay. But yeah, no day in particular for the burritos. I've been awake too long and I say goodnight, sir. Dingo, go away, caps lock. What's up, Star? Good night, Star. All right, Stealth Ghost. Sending over a buck. Thank you, dude. Where are you at? Here we go. BG, just got 10k 6-star shards. Ooh. Going to get all Cyber Weekend offers and hoard for the new featured. Okay. This would be a big challenge considering I haven't even been able to hold a 6-star for more than a week. And do you know how long you have until... dude, it's not like it's next week that Cyber Monday is coming. You got a little time. Actually, it's not, I guess it's not that far. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, just 2 weeks now. Okay. All right, that's not too bad. You could do it, man. I believe in you, Stealth Ghost. You got this. I drunkenly entered Super Gaming stream for the last couple hours tonight with my voice. I hope to do the same for you too one day. Hashtag sad COVID goes. Oh man, Glory. Dude, I still remember the time that Legacy was doing 5.3 and you were on call a little bit tipsy. a little bit drunk for that one. That was a good time. All right, Abdo. Dude, Abdo sending over so much tonight, man. Thank you, dude. Even though we disagree, I feel the love. Okay, speaking of tacos, I've had pork carnitas in slow cooker all day, and I'm about to crisp it up. I know they're tacos since they're smaller tortillas, and because they're open, not closed. I gotta look up exactly what a carnita is. Please don't make fun of me too much. I've heard them a million times, I don't know if I've ever even had them. What is this? Is that just the way that you cook pork? This is a type of cut or something like that. All right, my Google search just led to a bunch of recipes. Maybe it's because I just typed in carnitas instead of what are or something. So you have to catch me up to speed on what that is exactly. But thank you, Abdel. Appreciate it, man. If hot dogs are tacos, then cereal is soup. Yeah. I'm glad we agree. Is it worth it to take 6-star Hulk Ragnarok to rank 3 to get Thronebreaker? He's my only decent 6-star. Yeah, I would probably say yes to that. So Hulk Ragnarok, I literally maybe 10 minutes ago at this point, just said that I think he's the type of champion that you want to keep one rank below your max. And that's usually a good place for him. That said, Hulk Ragnarok is always going to be useful to some extent. I would not be surprised if they... I don't know if there's any Alliance War nodes that exist right now that he takes really good advantage of. I really don't know. But if not, then I wouldn't be surprised if Kabam added some. He does have a great synergy with... Oh god, I haven't used that synergy in so long. Is it Cap? Dude, what synergy is stunning the hell out of me right now? This sucks. Spidey just stunned me twice. Get out of here, man. Anyway, yeah, like he's not really going anywhere. Hulk Ragnarok is gonna be a solid champion for a long time to come, and I don't think it's like a wasteful rank up. It might not be the most impactful rank 3 ever, but I don't think it'd be a wasteful one. And to get like the Thronebreaker dailies and the other things that come with Thronebreaker, you might want to wait until we get closer to the Cyber Weekend stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to double up on the offers if you even wanted to, because then at that point it gets to be a lot of money. But something to consider that in past years we've been able to like upgrade your story title and then get the offers twice. Have no idea if they're going to keep that the same way this year or not, but something to think about. But I would say, yeah, it's worth it. That was one of Lags' highest rated streams ever. Oh man, the streams in quotes because you were also streaming. Carnitas is the perfect food. Perfect. Okay. It's basically just the type of seasoning and way of cooking the pork. Okay. All right, got it. Yeah, why don't you post on Twitch? Long story. I'll try to make it a little bit short though. Don't have to tangent too hard on this one. I did try going to Twitch. First off, I really had no intentions of streaming when I started making content for this game. I didn't think this would be a good game to stream. Outside of the rare exception of which could just do something like that, a one-off stream every once in a while on YouTube. But then I got into streaming. It turns out it's really fun for this game because it's so community-based. And then I did try going to Twitch, but the entire community was already on YouTube. Community was already established here. And I'd say these days, there is a little bit more, a little bit more of the community has found their way over to Twitch. But at the time when I tried it, there really was no community. I was trying to start it up there, and just didn't work out, and ended up coming back to YouTube. And YouTube, at the time when I did that as well, YouTube, they had like no streaming features whatsoever. It's pretty garbage. You couldn't make your own custom emojis or anything like that. Now you can. It's still pretty basic compared to, in a lot of ways, Twitch is still way ahead of YouTube. But I feel like eventually YouTube will kind of catch up, and potentially even has more staying power than Twitch, just because of how huge of a platform it is anyway. So there are days where I wish I was on Twitch, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy these days on YouTube. The only thing that I still absolutely despise about being on YouTube is that it's all under the same channel. Kind of wish I thought that through more when I started this, but I don't know, it didn't seem like a big deal at the time. But yeah, there are times where I need a little bit more time before uploading like a regular video. And during, like, I mean, now it's one of those times. And what happens is when I do upload regular videos, it just kind of gets, you know, flooded out by the number of streams that I do. So that part I kind of hate. All right, tangent about Twitch and YouTube over. Frisky Dart, I went for Omega Sentinel in the for the new champ poll. So I think that Magoo is like a wild bull when they see the color red and go into a frenzy of rage, but instead with the color green, and he goes on a frenzy of wild tangents that go crazy. Yeah, something like that. Darn it, I haven't had any Nexus crystals out of anything since they introduced it. It'd be like 500 PHEs open. Dang, dude, really? No Nexus after all that? Crazy. So we voted her too. I want another OP robot. She just seemed the coolest. Straight up. The other champions, maybe they have cooler stories in the comics. I don't know. But some of them look pretty basic. Like, I still would want to get them added afterwards. I'm not saying they shouldn't be added at all, but, well, let's put it this way: when you put Man-Thing next to Terax, you vote Man-Thing. Just like when you put Omega Sentinel next to Hercules, you vote Omega Sentinel. Usually how do you get so much gold and don't say arena? Okay, looks like I'm not answering that question. It's arena, man. You can get gold from arena, incursions, and selling ISO. Those are like the three big sources of gold. And if you're not doing one of them, well, then you better be doing a lot more of the others. But usually you're gonna want to do all three. If you, by the way, no politics in here, guys. You're just gonna get timed out. We don't need that stuff. Game crash, come on, man. Just get into my groove. But what was I gonna say? If you you could avoid arena entirely if you pop open you know, cav crystals regularly and sell the ISO from them, or GMCs, either way. But you know, you kind of have to pop open a lot of crystals to do that, so. Franklin Serpa set it over 50. Dude, thank you very much. Very generous of you. Saying, what's up, BG? When are you going to do video guides? Video guideline for Abyss of Legends. To be honest, man, I didn't really have a plan of making a dedicated video guide for the Abyss. The way I did it for Labyrinth was, you know, the more people that stream that content, and you can kind of get firsthand experience of, or maybe not firsthand experience, but you know, you could see what someone else's experience was with certain champions in the Abyss, and just kind of have a collective community guide based on all that stuff. Like you can just kind of go to someone's stream if you're using the same champions as them. Let's say you have Aegon, because a lot of people who are interested in the Abyss, well, they do have Aegon. Well, then you just watch somebody else who also uses Aegon and kind of see how they went about it, type of thing. And me, I'm doing it with slightly different champions. Not only slightly different. Still some common ones in there, but without Aegon, we've got to get a little bit creative. And that was kind of my plan, was just to, you know, show some fights with other champs. Because yeah, making, like, a lot of it does depend on which champions you have for the content, you know? It's such a big piece of content that you need to essentially look at the map, that the community has, and plan it out fully before you even start a path. Get your entire team assembled for it, kind of deal. And yeah, man, I don't know. I suppose there could be like I'm not saying a guide would be impossible to make on it, but here's how I'd imagine like a fairly decent guide going for the Abyss. Going through boss by boss and then naming like 5 champions that can take down that fight, kind of thing. Just giving people ideas of what is possible. But then at the end of the day, people are still going to have to kind of pick their team based on the roster that they have. So yeah, it'd be like a lot of little guides kind of thing. So yeah, man, my plan is just to keep going through the Abyss. And like I said, if you have the more commonly known champions for the Abyss, the Horsemen, which are, you know, Aegon, Doom, Fury, and Torch. Well, you could find a lot of people who ran with those champions. If you don't have those champs, you can still find people who've done the content with, you know, Symbiote Supreme swapped in instead of Doom. Or in my case, I did try to use Sabretooth, but it wasn't that good, to be honest. Or Void, or any of those champs. And yeah, I kind of have other things that I want to focus on, content wise and guide wise, compared to the Abyss. But dude, thank you very much for the super generous 50, man. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. Sour Cat sending over 5 of them Canadian bucks as well. Thank you for the 2 toonies and the loony, dude. Saying, BG, how many rank 5 stars should one have to grind the 5-star arena for the feature champ? I only have 13 currently and 39 6 stars. 2 rank 2. What method do you use? You might have enough. Now that the scores have dropped a bit with the expanded pool, that's probably enough, dude. 39 6-star champions is a lot. You don't necessarily need your champions at max rank for the arena, you know? It helps getting the streak and stuff like that, and of course they do give a little bit more points having a higher PI and all, but yeah, you don't need your champions maxed out. And just those 39 6-stars, that's going to give you a solid chunk of points. But a couple things. Every arena grind is different because, you know, every champion goes for a little bit of a different score. We can see some patterns and we can get some pretty decent approximations. but at the end of the day, there are no guarantees in the arena. So if you're going for like a really hyped champion, well, of course, that's going to be a lot more difficult than if you're going for like a rerun champion or something like that, right? So it does depend on which champion you're going for. But here's what I recommend doing. I recommend just running all of your 6-star champions, all of your 5-star champions, and even okay, actually, like, keep them separate. So here's what you do. All right. I'm a little bit all over the place in my advice here. Run your 6-star champions and just like write down the number of points that you got for running all of the 6 stars. I mean, I can tell you right now, just as an approximation, your 6-star teams, in total, they give about 200,000 points, right? So with 39 6-stars, that is 13 teams. At 200,000 points each, that's about 2.6 million. You can even just round down to 2.5 to make the numbers easy. And if you're on top of it, you could actually run them 7 times during one 3-day period of the arena. 2 each day, and then 1 right before the arena ends. So at 2.5 million, again rounding down a little bit, times 7, that would be 17.5 million points right there just from your 6-star champions. 5 stars are a lot more difficult to calculate, so I'd recommend running all of your 5-star champions and again just kind of seeing how many points they give you in total. Write down that number and then realize that you can run them 3 a day plus 1 additional right before the arena ends, again assuming you have the time to do that. So you could run those champion 10 times, so you can kind of figure out the numbers there of what you can get out of your 5-star champions. And you could do the same thing for your 4 stars as well. I really don't run my low ranked 4 stars, not only because, well, it's easy to get death matches currently, but also they don't give that much points for the time and effort that you put into it. So, I'll run my my 550 4-star champs during a feature grind, but usually that's it. And but again, you can kind of figure out how many points you can get from that. So because the roster is different, you do have to do a little bit of that work to figure out how many points you can get. But then you can estimate it all and compare that to the arena scores for previous champions and see, like, okay, are you going to get higher points than that or not? You may have to refresh your champions a bit if you think if you don't have enough points but you still want to go for the champ and so on. Yeah, that's the way to do it. And as far as the method to use, while grinding, I mean, you pretty much just want to go with your highest champions always. If your 6 stars are up, run your 6 stars. If they're not up, run your 5 stars. And of course, if they're not up, if neither of those are up, then just run your 4s. I really cannot recommend enough the value of alarms for running your champions. And I'm not talking about to wake up in the middle of the night to run your champions. You don't have to do that. I mean, you could if you were that hardcore, but no. What I mean is, like, okay, you run all of your 5-star champions, right? And they have a 7-hour cooldown normally. But by the time you get through them all, maybe your first bunch of 5-star champions, maybe they have, I don't know, 6 hours and 20 minutes remaining on them before they start to refresh. Something like that, right? So set an alarm for 6 hours and 20 minutes from that time. And now you don't have to worry about, like, oh God, when were my 5 stars refreshing? Or, oh man, did I forget about them? Now I can't, now I just missed a round of my 5 stars. Now I'm not going to get enough points. If you do that, it just takes that mental pressure off of you. And now you can, when that alarm goes off, okay, time to run the 5 stars again. And you could do that. You could just have different alarms set for, 6 stars, 5 stars. And if you're running the 4 stars, then them too. So I hope some of that helped. Good luck to you on the grind, man. All right, Frisky Dart sending over 10. Man, the generosity today. Thank you, guys. Frisky Dart, thank you, dude. Saying Omega Sentinel was a normal human, but turned to a human/sentinel hybrid to hunt mutants against her will. She went to Professor X and Mags for help, and they restored her mind, but she kept her robot powers. Oh, that's interesting. So she's on like the side of good now, but she has the powers of a sentinel? Or does she sometimes like default to wanting to destroy mutants? How does that work, man? That does sound like a pretty cool story for her too. Interesting. I thought it was gonna be something yeah, I thought it was just gonna be something like they just wanted to create a super sentinel and this is it. The end. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, but thank you, dude. And Glory sending over 50 as well. Glory. Holy crap, man. Saying PG, put out your little paw there. Don't let it spoil your dinner. Oh my goodness, the Home Alone reference. Where the Santa Claus gave him a couple Tic Tacs. That's what this is, right? Oh man, dude, Glory, thank you very much, man. Freaking generosity today, guys, crazy. Thank you, everyone. Do you think Kabam will update Alliance War potions anytime soon? Probably not more than what they did already, Hinach. Where they did just add the ability to buy the higher value. I mean, they didn't just do it. It's been a little while now, but I'd say it's relatively on the newer side of things still. Where they added the higher level potions that you can get for units compared to what you get out of the Glory store. I don't really see that being changed anytime soon. Maybe once rank 4 6-star champions become more of a thing, we'll see a change to that, but probably not, man. I'm not saying they shouldn't be changed. I'm just saying I don't think they will be. Do that on busy days. I set a 6.5/10.5 hour countdown on my phone after arena. Yeah, man. I don't do it in for regular grinds, but if I'm doing a feature grind, then it's really nice. It just, I mean, this goes for pretty much anything in life. And it's, you know, it's of course not that serious in a video game. It's probably more important for everything else in life. But hey man, we could take life strategies into video games. But anytime you can just kind of relieve yourself of that mental burden, because our minds, man, we're not computers, you know. We try to remember things, and you know, we just forget certain things. Just kind of you know, maybe you think you have more time before your champions are ready, so you go to cook some dinner or something like that. Before you realize it, you know, you got your feet up watching a TV show and totally just forgot that, oh damn, I was supposed to be using my 5-star champions right now. And use your special, buddy. Son of a. And you might have only forgotten by, like, I don't know, maybe they were only off cooldown by 20 or 30 minutes extra or something like that. But that means you're staying up 20 or 30 minutes extra at night to run those champions, which means you're going to wake up the next day tired. You're not going to be able to stay on top of the grind as much. That, or you just forego and you don't stay up late at night, but that also means you missed out an entire round of your 5 stars. So like these little things, man, they really add up. Wish they'd implement your idea. You get healed to a full bar for free on the next fight. Yeah. You're talking about with like the war ration thing? I mean, that was my idea, at least. If you're talking about just like always getting healed to full for free for your next fight, just like automatically, I know other people have talked about that. I just like the idea, like it would be free with my with my idea too, but it would also, it would still matter how many you used, but it just wouldn't be so costly. It wouldn't take away from your other progression in the game. It would keep it more to that particular war, which is the way I think it should be. But for potions, at least, maybe not for absolutely everything, but for healing up in a fight, I think it should be more self-contained to that war. Be more fun, even. I voted for the vampire champ. Okay. I know a bunch of people wanted to vote for that champ. And you see these messages. I could see that message, yep. Totally agree. My Google Home is my arena /AQ /war /life assistant. Oh man, taking it next level. Dude, I don't have any of that stuff, but when you put it like that, damn, that would actually be so cool, man. If somebody tags you in like line chat or something like that, or even dude, forget about line. Now that we can poke people in game, if somebody pokes you and you just have like the Google Home stuff or whatever, it's just like you're up in Alliance Quest or something like that, They're like, oh, cool. That's what we need, man. Maybe you could say at that point, though, the game is it's taking over your life too much. But in a way, it would give you back more of your life, You don't have to look at your phone. You just have a little notification. All right. Hold on. Give me one sec here. Okay. All right. Anyway, what's up, Hunter? Dingu Sai. What am I missing? When Brian Bartholomew Grant taught me how to care for, nurture, and play with my man thing for the first time as a young man. It really touched me. Come on, man. In a deep and profound way. I will never forget it. What the hell is this message? I'm glad that the Man Thing videos had that big of an effect on you, though. BG, who to awaken has 5-star Aegon or Fury? Just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a Labyrinth or Abyss champion, you go Aegon. I'd say Fury is better if for most other things in the game. There are a few quests in like Act 6, and maybe a couple other areas of the game that Aegon's pretty good for, but for the most part, Aegon really is just for that marathon style content of, you know, like I said, Labyrinth and Abyss. So, depends on what you want to do, my friend. With my new account, I was on the same pace with Lags, but I went 100% Act 2 for the units, and he didn't, and he ended up with way more units than me. Just for advice, don't 100% Act 2 if you make a new account. Oh yeah. That's basically why I didn't 100% that stuff on my McFabio account. But yeah, man, always good to hear another take on it. It takes a lot of energy to go through that content. It's like, of course, if you're just playing the game naturally, it's great. The rewards there, you get a lot of units and stuff like that if you're just letting your energy accrue normally. And especially early on, it's not like you can just fly through content. You're not going to be flying through content. You're you kind of need all that stuff to chew on, and it's great for that. But for a new account, yeah. I wonder if they'll ever make it worth it for like Acts 3 and 4 and stuff like that, because they haven't updated those rewards yet, right? Like, let's go take a look at the low end reward stuff. Maximus sending over another 5. Thank you, dude, saying you went so far back for that. Huge applause, everybody. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Okay, so Act 1, you can see the exploration rewards here. Again, for a brand new account, you know, not bad. You get a 3-star out of it, which could still be helpful to you. But for speeding through, nah. And Act 2, yeah. I mean, if I was desperate for a 3-star Awakening gem, for like Awakening Void or something like that, this could be a way to get it maybe, but this is too much. Too much to go through. Then we have Act 3 with the kind of old rewards, which are not terrible. I think these did get updated at one point. I'm fairly certain. But it was like a minor update compared to, you know, now we actually have Nexus crystals here and stuff. But Act 3, and then especially Act 4, like, think about how much energy. The rewards, I guess they're not that bad, but how can you ever call this worth it on a new account challenge when you're trying to speed through to like Cavalier or something like that? It probably just never will be worth it. So here is something else that's kind of cool though. If Kabam does take their format of like putting more of the rewards on the paths themselves, that's actually really going to help for a new account challenge. And I'll get to like pick and choose which resources to shoot for in quests. So I'm actually looking forward to that quite a bit. If they do that with like Act 3 and Act 4 and stuff like that, where you go through a path and you're like, oh, yeah, this path's a little bit harder, but it's actually going to give like some tier 4 class Catalyst shards or something like that. Okay, I'll do that, you know? But, all right, anyway. Went back to watch your Man Thing guide as a refresher since I just duped him. Turns out I have the most liked comment in the bottom of it. Just made me giggles all, so don't mind my weirdness. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's get on with it. Sorry, getting distracted easily tonight. All right, I want to move up in AQ really quick before I head back to the arena, just because the person who comes through this path, they could use all the energy to help them get through as fast as possible. And yeah, now we're good to go. Back to the arena. I don't know what accent that was, but it was god awful. Terrible. Just terrible. Act 4 rewards are better than Act 6 rewards? Yeah, I don't think so. I'd say probably not. Man, there's no way they're going to update the rewards before I do my next new account challenge. But that's okay. It just gets me more excited for the next one after that too. That's the coolest part about like doing new account challenges, is the game's evolving all the time. I really do want to get in the habit of maybe doing like one a month or something like that. That might be too much to handle. I don't know. Because literally for those weeks, I need to drop everything. If I go as hard as I did with McFabio, at least. If I don't go as hard as I did with McFabio and cut it back to like 6 or 8 hours, 8 hours still quite a bit. If I cut it back to like 6-hour streams every day, and it would take less time to edit that down too, so maybe that would be more reasonable to do. But at the same time, it's just so fun going all out. Like, there's part of me that wants to just be like, all right, forget editing daily recaps. Let's just play 16 hours a day, every day. Just go nuts with it, man. But, no, the daily recaps they're fun. So, I probably won't do that. Maybe one time I'll do that. Just go berserk. Dude, 20 hours a day. I'll just be super sleep deprived by the end of it. That's not healthy, man. But just thinking about it, I could do it. Just tonight? Yeah, shut up, Hunter. BG, is Cosmic Ghost Rider good for the Science Cav diss track? I don't remember all of his abilities, if he can easily get 3 debuffs or not, so I'm not sure. You basically just need a champion that can get 3 debuffs and then you're good to go. But I don't know if his are like passives or what the deal is with him, so I don't know. Seaton is probably sleeping right now. It's late for him. Oh, Seaton doesn't sleep. He's up making videos right now. Said he could post them tomorrow. You think he's sleeping, but he actually just made 3 videos from the time I started this stream. The man's a machine. How's it going? I've got to make a decision soon. If you had to rank 3 and undupe 6-star Falcon or Killmonger, who would you pick? Wow. Probably Falcon because of his update, but I don't know, dude. I really love the Killmonger Void synergy. So I don't know. I'd have to think about that more. I've only played with Falcon very briefly. I don't know all the things that he can and cannot do. But I'd lean more towards Falcon because of that, at least. Nicholas sending over another one of them loonies. Thank you, dude. Saying, yo, BG, I'm trying to 100% Act 5 before I get into doing more of Act 6. What's a good team to 100% the Collector chapter with the least units? Well, it all comes down to like what your main champion is going to be for the Collector himself. If you like, you really need at least one really solid champion to counter to get through without spending a lot of units. So Spider Gwen, Stark Spidey, Omega Red if you're running Suicides. There's some really good counters out there. As far as the team itself goes, like you probably want to dedicate one, maybe two champions to the Collector, but usually just one is good enough. And then you're probably gonna have to pop some revives, but it shouldn't be too bad if you have like a 565, which I assume you do since you said, before going back to Act 6, so you probably have 565. And if you don't, then honestly maybe you want to wait until you have a good 565 counter for the Collector. But the rest of your team should be about getting you to the Collector, because that could be just as expensive. Those later chapters or later quests of 5.2, those opponents don't mess around, man. You've got Bane damage to deal with, so ideally you're doing quite a bit of damage just to lower their health, so that the Bane isn't ticking as hard for the times that it is going to be on you. And even then, there's going to be times where you really want... Oh, this is not good. I need to hit him one more time. Okay, there we go. Do I just send an L2 to this guy? Yeah. Crap, what was I gonna say? I know I was talking about 5.2 and the Bane and all that. I mean, I guess I was just saying, you want to put your, you want to have champions for the quest itself, just as much as you do for the Collector, if not even more, maybe. Which is gonna depend a little bit on the path that you take. You're gonna have to scout ahead and see exactly what you need to bring. If there's some Spider-Verse champs there, get your Venom if you have one, kind of thing, certain paths maybe you need immunities. But yeah, man, I also don't know which champions you have, so it's a little bit hard to recommend a team without even knowing your lineup. But that's what I would do, is I would get one and maybe a second champion ready to counter the Collector. Ideally that second champion would also be decent just for the path itself, kind of thing, and then focus the rest of your team on just countering the path to the Collector itself. For the most part, I would say that content is not super ultra specific though. So you could typically just run like your highest ranked champs, be okay. But thank you, dude. Super Dirty Pickle sending over too, saying second last for Falcon question. Second last for Falcon question. Falcon question? Oh wait, is it this one? Okay. Do you have Void? Do you need to do Labyrinth and Abyss? What is your situation? Is that the message? I'm guessing that's what we're talking about. I meant third last. Okay. I think that was the third last then. So even then, it's not an easy thing to decide. Because I think when you're asking, do you need to do Labyrinth and Abyss, you're probably saying like Falcon for that, right? And when you're asking about Void, probably saying Killmonger for that, right? But I feel like Void could also be used for the Abyss.
Man loves beans.
I need to look more into Falcon in Abyss and see exactly how good that is. I've heard some good things, but I haven't heard a lot of good things, only just like some good things. So I'm still not sure. Has anybody done like a full run? Just a test, or maybe not a full run, but like, I mean, there's got to be, yeah, I'll look for some videos later. I'm sure there's some videos. Because I haven't seen any videos on it. I've only heard some things that, you know, because the opponent's having the chance to evade in there, he's, you know, always countering that and building up his damage and stuff like that. Just want to see it for myself, kind of thing. All right, Glory, dude, send it over 10. Another 10. Thank you, man. Saying PM online real quick. I know it's not the norm, but trying times, my friend. And Laura's already going to sleep because I tried there first to not bother you. Yeah, she is going to sleep early. Well, she is asleep already. Okay. Hold on. Let me get through this Havoc fight. Of which I think I'm gonna die to this guy. Unless this special hits for a lot. Oh, this is a special one? Son of a... Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Oh, never mind. Well, okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Glory, thank you once again, dude. Just replied, although I'm sure you already know that. Super Dirty Pickle said it over 5. Thank you, man. Saying sorry, way out of context now. Rank 3 Falcon versus Killmonger. Labyrinth and Abyss are consideration. He shuts down evade and brings significant damage to the table. Yeah. I mean, I knew what you were saying, which is what I was talking about too. It's just, I haven't seen it myself of exactly how good he is. Maybe he's a beast. I've only heard it talked about a little bit, like I said. I've heard that it's something like his damage does ramp up, but I haven't seen to what extent exactly. So it's hard for me to recommend because of that. But if somebody is thinking about taking their Falcon up to rank 3, hopefully they've seen that stuff already. And if not, well, then go check it out. Do a quick YouTube search to see someone's experience in the Abyss. But that's what I have to do in order to, you know, to weigh in a little bit more on that. Because it's tough. And the other thing is too, like I said, he would probably be a better asset to an Abyss team if he is actually good for it. But I just love Void so damn much that, like, oh man, I'm just thinking about, like, if I got to use Void in the Abyss, I think it'd be awesome. If I had, I mean, I'd probably only go with Killmonger, like a Killmonger Void team, if I had a 6-star rank 3 Void, because the 5-star is just a little too slow. But yeah, I don't know. All right. Anyway, it's a tough call. I haven't played enough of the new Falcon to really say one way or another. But Super Dirty Pickle, thank you for another 5, dude. Robert sending over one of them Canadian bucks as well. Thank you, dude. Saying, yo, BG, so I'm in a dilemma. I'm working on Act 6 100% slowly, but surely. So I'm torn on who to rank up, my 6-star Sunspot or my newly awakened Cap Infinity. Who do you think would be better? Probably Cap Infinity. Wait, is that so hold on, newly awakened Cap Infinity, is that a 5-star or a 6-star? Like, can you sig them up, I guess is what I'm asking. Because it doesn't really matter what star level they are, but of course 5-star 6 tones are a bit easier to come by compared to the 6-stars. So if you can sig him up, then I would say Cap Infinity. He, like, Sunspot's a really cool champion and all, but a lot of what he can do can be replicated by other champions, I'd say. He's got a few unique things to him, of course. Incinerate immunity, just in general, is nice to have. Incinerate damage is, of course, another nice thing to have. But, like, his ability to blow up opponents, I mean, you could argue that there's other champions that could also blow up opponents pretty good. Whereas Cap Infinity, just for putting a different class type of champion on the team when awakened, he's gonna apply some debuffs. And sometimes you need that petrify or that armor break, be reliable. They could both do disc track, so that's not really a concern. But you know, for something like buffet or some other type of healing node would be more important. And yeah, I just think Cap Infinity overall is probably the more useful champion deeper in the game compared to Sunspot. Sunspot, I would say, is the clear winner early on in the game. But yeah. Son of another game crash. Come on, man. Game crash for days. This is my, I mean, I guess I didn't even realize I'm kind of doing the Hulk face every time the game crashes. I love Void as well. I want to rank 2 my 6-star Killmonger. He was my first. Still unawakened though. Do a Falcon testing stream. I don't know if I really need to do a whole testing stream on him. Like I tested him live once, and it was like, okay, he counters, evade, neat. The only thing I would need to do is test him in Abyss kind of thing, because otherwise, I mean, you know, he's a fine champion now. He's way better than he used to be, and all that. But that's the only thing I'm actually curious about. I don't really care about his use elsewhere in the game. Not at the moment, at least. And I'm not going to be ranking him up anytime soon. I don't... well, I mean, I guess I do have a 5-star that I could rank up if he really is that good for the Abyss or something, but... I don't know. Sunspot's overrated, IMO. Is he? I don't know. I feel like to be an overrated champion, people have to talk about him a lot. And I don't really hear people talk about him a lot. Like if you were to say Corvus is overrated because Corvus gets talked about and used by everybody, I'd be like, okay, what's like state your reasoning. But I don't know, Sunspot, I don't see him used all that much or talked about all that much. But seriously, as for a new account or something like that, dude, listen, McFabio was a legend, and he's the greatest, the greatest player to ever grace a new account. But a lot of that was because of Sunspot. Yo, BG, does Fury need rank 5 for Abyss? I would say no one needs rank 5. But dude, if you're doing Abyss content, you really want every champion that you're using in there to be at rank 5. So I would wait until you could rank 5 them, man. Unless you're just kind of desperate and you want to power through. But if like, here's the thing too. You could always boost up and kind of achieve a higher rank. Because a lot of times when people are going through Abyss fights, maybe you boost for specific ones, but a lot of times people aren't even boosting. And you can kind of put a rank 4 on the same level as a rank 5, or even higher if you really wanted to. But yeah, I mean, it's Abyss content is like rank 5 minimum as like a recommended level of champion. You could bring in 4-star champions if you want, but definitely not recommended. And I would say like 6-star champions at rank 3 is really probably what the content is more balanced around. That's what I mean. Just do what I say, BG. You got a real poopy attitude right now. What? A poopy attitude? I don't feel like I have a poopy attitude. What? BG, it's the help button. They increased it to 10. Now the game's crashing. Yeah, the game was crashing before they changed the help button. It's been crashing ever since not this most recent update, but the one before it. So finally sort of following in your footsteps and getting my arena grind on, because I'm looking to absolutely smash my last 3 paths in Labyrinth. Alright, man. Sounds good. Do it up. Hey, whatever you're using the resources for, the arena is where it's at. You get so many resources of all kinds. Corvus is in the not to be named during Broken Champs rant club. Yeah. Oh, man. Some champs are just alright with suicides, but Sunspot is completely useless with them for more than one fight. Yeah. Absolutely. He's not a suicide champ. But you could say the same thing about some other champs that are also incredible. Void is a clear example of a champ that you don't really want to be using with suicides. But he's amazing. Stealth Ghost, send it over to the Bucks. Say, what are some things you hope to get from Cyber Weekend 15K offers? Really, I just want 6-star Sig Stones. I don't care too much about anything else. I'd say second to that. Why do I keep going to 6-star champs? I'd say second to that is I just hope I have a new champion that I could actually rank up as a 6-star. Because I have tier 5 class catalysts. I don't have a ton of them, but I have some. But the way the game is right now, it's just not worth using those resources unless your champion like fits this perfect little list. It's like a little checklist that I'm going through in my mind before I take a champion up. And for a 6-star rank 3, it's just so hard for a champion to check all those boxes. And a lot of it has to do with their sig level and not being able to sig them up. Because the 5-star version is just going to be stronger, so why bother with a 6-star? Or is this going to affect my prestige? Which a lot of times does not. Do I need this champion for content? Should I keep waiting? I don't know. It's a bunch of little things, and I'm just hoping that because of course there's going to be some 6-star shards in the offers. Then again, they might put the 6-star shards opposite of the Sigstone package, which I would have to go with the Sigstone package. So I don't even know if I'm going to be opening up 6-star crystals, but I'm kind of hoping that I am, and I'm just hoping to get somebody good there. If there's an offer between like Awakening Gem and Sigstones, I'm going Sigstones 100%. I'm not really expecting to get an Awakening Gem for my Aegon or anything like that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's pretty much it. Thank you for the buck, dude. Abdo sending over another 5 saying, tweeters. Side note, wash your hands extremely well after chopping jalapenos. Had to pee. Now my man thing is burning like he was fighting Human Torch. Wow. Okay. Good advice. Glory. Yeah, I'll read that afterwards. Dude, this is a nice presentation you got here, Abdo. Let's see here. Homemade pork carnitas, tacos, not burritos. Yeah. Okay. So this, I agree. These are tacos. Because they're so small. I mean, if you could fit 3 of them on a plate like this, and they're all flat, because sometimes, actually, I haven't done this in a long time, but I used to try to fit more than one burrito just on a large plate, and I would just have I would have it so that they're kind of pushing up against one another in the middle, right? And then I would just load them up and then kind of eat them one at a time that way. You know, just like fold it a little bit as I go to eat it. But anyway, yeah, because these are so small, these are tacos. But dude, the presentation, the plate, I feel like goes well. Yeah, like if this was a cooking show, I feel like I'd probably give you a 9, dude. The different colors, This is a high quality meal right here, dude. This is why I don't cook though, because the amount of effort that went into making this is just too damn high, man. I can't do it. You didn't just hit one button on a pressure cooker and then grab a ladle and scoop that out onto your burrito. But it looks nice, dude. Almost like you have some experience in the restaurant industry or something, even though you're not an actual chef for one. But yeah, thank you, dude, for another 5. Enjoy your meal. Wait, what was the other part? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Wash your hands. Okay. Me, test out Falcon, McPoopface, did that, dumb, not interested, he sucks, shut up, whatever, poop on you, word for word. What? Oh my goodness. That is definitely not what I said. I mean, I tested him, he seemed fine. I just don't know if I have a use for him. Like, how do I say this in a not poop face way? I mean, I've done most of the content in the game, and yeah, there's still other champions that I test in other areas of the game, even though I know they're not going to be good Labyrinth or Abyss champions or something like that. But I don't know. For me, it was pretty clear, like, I'm not going to be using this guy in a war. And I can't think of a quest where I would personally be using this guy much. So the only thing I actually care about is his potential in Labyrinth and Abyss. That's pretty much it. All right, Derek sending over a bug. Thank you, dude. Saying nothing, actually. There's no messages from you. Is YouTube just bugging out? I mean, I saw some comments that the stream was kind of laggy today, and I dropped 0 frames tonight. So there's nothing on my end. And I know YouTube, it went down the other day, just period, right? For everybody. YouTube might be really bugging out hard lately. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's a comment. Update on the McFabio. Update on the McFabio Act 4 Hitmonkey 3-star max sig thing ranked up 3-star Doom. Okay, dude. God, it's got to be fun going through with that Hitmonkey. I swear, that's got to be a good time. But that's cool, man. So you got the 4-star Hitmonkey, 3-star max sig thing, and ranked up 3-star Doom. Sounds pretty good. Thank you very much for the buck too. Not gonna lie though, the tacos are delicious and it didn't take more than a few minutes of chopping overall. Well, maybe that is one of the best things about tortillas, is that you can just throw a bunch of ingredients in there and generally, at least to me, it looks pretty good. So maybe it's deceiving. Maybe it didn't actually take you that much effort, and the results are still that good. Because it looked like you put in more work than just a little bit of chopping. Let me grab this free crystal. Thank you very much. I've been thinking lately, maybe I should just use my free crystals to plow through the abyss, you know? Get it done a little bit faster. I don't know. We'll see what happens after Cyber Monday, I guess. Might be in a better position to be doing something like that. BG, top 5 anime characters of all time, no specific order, go. I don't watch anime, dude. So, I've seen Dragon Ball Z. Not even all of it. And definitely not the Super. That's in recent years. Talking about like old school Cartoon Network style. And so I could tell you, like, you know, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Krillin, and oh god, what was the green dude's name? Oh man, people are gonna be pissed 'cause I can't remember his name. Damn it, what is his name? Yeah, someone's gonna have to tell me on this one. Falcon is like an archangel that doesn't suck against immunity. Okay, interesting comparison. Abdo sending over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying apologies to anyone who now wants tacos and can't have them. Speaking of restaurant work, last dono for a while, since I'll probably get an unpaid vacation in December. You guys closing up shop again? Yeah, my buddy said the same thing, man. He said, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was saying, like, I don't know, like 3/4 of the bars and restaurants he knows of are closing up again or something like that. So, dang, dude. But yeah, man, thank you very much. You really don't, you know, you don't have to send this over. I know times are tough, but I do appreciate it, man. Speed Up D sending over a last minute buck as well, just saying I love you. Speed Up D, thank you, man. Appreciate the love and support as always. Thank you, dude. And yeah, another last minute, man, I'm telling you, the generosity tonight is unreal, guys. Thank you very much. Last minute 10 from Panda Rhythm saying, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up, it's bobsled time. Just kidding, that's not their message at all. It is, hey BG, any tips for Act 5.1 or 5.2? Personally can't get past 5.1.4. Team I have is Iron Man Infinity War, Max Sig, 4-star rank 5 Cap Beardo, 4-star rank 5 Max Sig Black Widow Claire, 4-star rank 4 Omega Red, 5-star rank 3 Vision, and Vision 5-star rank 3. Okay, my bad, read that a little wrong. Okay, so the only kind of generalized tips I have for that content is the way the nodes work. They're all like degen based, right? Flare was you deal extra damage, but you're taking damage constantly throughout the fight. The quest that you're in right now, 5.1.4, that's the one where you're degenning, but you heal when you hit the opponent. They're all class relationship based. So if you have class advantage over the opponent, the degen that you suffer is going to be greatly reduced. Whereas if you have class disadvantage, man, you're going to be taking a lot of damage really, really quickly. For that node in particular, honestly, that's not one of the harder nodes to deal with. Some of the paths can be a little bit screwy, but as long as you play pretty safe, you're going to be healing back pretty much all the damage that you're taking. So don't go for like risky intercepts or anything like that. I don't know if you were trying that, but you know, you can pretty much just parry or, you know, or block and bait out heavy attacks and then go in and get your health back. Whatever damage you were taking on the block, you'll recover that. But the big thing is just try your best to play to class advantages so that the degen damage you're taking isn't that extreme. Only other tip I guess I have is, well, sometimes, you know, the content is a little bit tougher than what we're ready for. So you may find yourself in a situation where you do have to kind of back out and wait until you have some higher level champs before going back in. But, you know, and just to be kind of okay with that, maybe try to build up some units and get some of the offers from Cyber Monday coming up that can help you get through the content, things like that. But yeah, really the best tip I have is the class relationship thing. So, and some of them might have role reversal, so pay attention to that too, where, you know, class advantages are actually disadvantages and vice versa. So just watch for that stuff. If you're already doing that, like I said, you might unfortunately have to wait it out until you get a few more rank ups, or, you know, just try to hone your skills, your parries and stuff like that. That's pretty much it, man. I hope that helps. Piccolo, yes, Piccolo is the name of the green dude from Dragon Ball Z. I can't believe I forgot his name. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, Panda Rhythm, thank you very much once again for the very generous 10, dude. What's up, dubes? Enzo, guys, I'm just wrapping it up, but I gotta read this message from Enzo. Good morning, BG. Can you explain the rise and fall of Blade from the absolute best champion in the game to an afterthought? Yeah, I think it's pretty simple. Clear cut as far as I'm concerned. So, Blade is still a solid champion, but you're right, he is an afterthought today, even though he's solid compared to the other champions that are just fresh on our minds. When Blade came out, I mean, he countered everything. Nearly everything. He shut off nodes at the beginning of fights. The nodes that start out dealing some damage in the fight, you can just recover that health back. Any kind of reflected damage, even Thorn style, you can heal that back up and all that, man. He crushed everything. The amount of damage that he did, he really crushed everything. But then a couple things happened. One, they started introducing bleed immune champions, or champions that interacted in a positive way when they had a bleed, like Omega Red, like Domino. And it was literally like all year, man. All 24 champions. Maybe there was a couple of exceptions in there, but dude, there's just so many bleed immunities out there. So, and a lot of the newer champions, those are the ones that are more difficult to fight against. And Blade actually still does a pretty good job against a lot of them. If you remember when Korg first hit the game, let's go spin out another crystal while talking. If you remember when Korg first hit the game, everyone's like, "Oh, all right, you know, can't use Blade for this guy." Yeah, you can. You could use Blade for Korg. It's just he's not the ideal counter to that fight. But you can get through it. You're just generally going to want to use other champions. So there's a lot of fights like that. There's also a reduction of villains that got added as well. So, of course, Blade's most common synergy is Ghost Rider, right? And Kabam came out with some very villainous characters, but they're not labeled as villain. And I think that was very intentional as well, just as the kind of bleed-based counter thing was too. Where, you know, they just stopped printing #villain champs. They called them something else. Wrapping up is always a smart choice. Oh my god. You know, they call them the, like, what is hold on, what is Corvus? He was one of like the earlier examples of this. #Thanos army, right? This, I mean, he's a villain, right? But yeah, no, he's not a villain. He's just part of Thanos's army. Or isn't that like the Black Order? Isn't that a thing as well? Where is like Ebony Maw? Oh, never mind. He's another Thanos's army. Okay, well, I guess they're in the same boat. But in any case, yeah. So they stopped printing the #villain thing. Obviously, you know, in this case, he's a Mystic champion, so you can still get the bonus against him if you wanted. But yeah, that, and then they just started making stronger champions to compete with the likes of Blade. Blade, he like set a new standard. you could say maybe he wasn't the first person to kind of hit that standard, but you know, following his release, we had a lot more characters that were just very powerful. And as more and more non-villains were created and more bleed immune champions were created, well, Blade's relevancy has diminished as a result. But he is still a strong champ. And like I said, in the when I was mentioning Korg, Blade can still counter a lot of these champions. Just the fact that he is so sustainable with that heal and his high block proficiency, because people always forget that about him too. I think this was kind of stupid when they made the character to give him as high block proficiency as they... Well, actually, is it super high or is it just normal? Hold on, maybe I take back my comment about it being stupid. Let me see. Okay, so never mind. It's just normal. It's not anything high. Yeah, this is what you'd see in game when changing this. But in any case, because of the high healing that you get and the good block proficiency, at least, a lot of the times you can fully sustain yourself just blocking and baiting out heavy attacks. You don't have to play risky or anything like that. It's just going to be a little bit slow because you can't apply bleeds and you don't have all the extra attack from again, the opponents not being villains. You don't have the danger senses. Okay. I think that's pretty much it though. Yet on the villainy mode where only villains, or node where only villains gain power, Corvus gains power. Go figure. Yeah. I think like, so all right, Blade kind of changed the game forever, but you could also say that he was a result of them not wanting to change Mystic Dispersion and being that, like, they wanted to make him so strong that he was the counter to Mystic Dispersion, and then they just changed Mystic Dispersion after that anyway, because they realized that that didn't really fix the problem. It changed the game, but it didn't really fix the problem. It was just like, okay, well, now you have to have Blade kind of thing. So yeah, then they ended up changing Mystic Dispersion anyway, and instead of maybe tweaking Blade, which maybe they should have done, which I think they should have done personally, instead what they did was nerfed him, if you want to call it that, by releasing a bunch of champions that he's just not really ideal for. Okay, anyway, on that note, it's getting pretty late here, guys. So long answer to Enzo's message, because I always like talking to Enzo and answering his questions. But it is time to call it a night here, so I'm gonna head out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to the glory. Hold on. Shout out to the glory of man for being today's biggest D. But there was a bunch of really generous super chats and stuff. So thank you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. And Glory, yeah, I'm gonna check your message after the stream. Okay. Good night, guys.